Hi, welcome to your Dancer Yoga Flow. I'm Jodie. Let's get started. Come into a child's pose on your mat. Big toes together, knees apart. You can begin to walk the hands down. You can drop the forehead down onto the mat. And just begin to slow your breath here. Check in with your body. You won't need any equipment for today, but you will need to be kind to yourself. And for some parts, maybe keeping your sense of humor, being able to laugh at yourself if you need to, and just overall committing to doing your best, but not making any judgments of yourself. Our bodies change from day to day. They do some things better one day, a little worse another. It's just life. Let's rise up onto the fingertips here and just let your shoulders drop down. You might start to feel some activation in the back. You might not. As you exhale, walk the hands over to the right and press into those palms. Find a nice long diagonal all through the body. And send the hips back and towards the left. And walk your way back through the middle. Let's take the other side. Hands can be crossed here. They can also be uncrossed. And come back to the center. Roll your way into a tabletop position. Let's take the pointer fingers and just turn them towards the top of the mat. Then from here, drop the belly, roll the shoulders down the spine, lift the chest. You come into cow pose. Exhale, press the floor away for cat. Lots of space between the shoulder blades here. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, press the floor away. Beautiful. Two more like this. Take it at your own pace. Really trying to work those shoulders down the back. And then as you come into your cow pose, add a little movement to it. Maybe you're shifting the hips from side to side. Maybe the chin's into the chest. Come back to your cow. And then same thing here. Maybe you wiggle the hips a little bit. Just gently kind of getting to know what this pose feels like. And then return to your neutral spine. You're going to look towards your right heel now. So getting a nice side bend through the obliques. Back to the center. Take the other side when you're ready. Great. From here, come back to the middle. Let's tuck the big toes under. Rise into your bear pose. So pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Pressing the floor away here. You might want to puff up a little bit through the thoracic spine. So that's the area between the shoulder blades. Draw the belly towards the spine. Don't worry about what the pose looks like. Worry about what it feels like. Then take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. Maybe you're wiggling the hips from side to side. Maybe you're walking the feet, so pressing into one heel and then the other. Wherever you are pressing the floor away, wrapping the outer arms in. Can nod your head yes, shake your head no. Beautiful. Roll your way into a high plank. From here, exhale, lower down into your chaturanga or a push-up here. Inhale for upward facing dog. So just the tops of the feet and the palms are on the floor. Shoulders are rolling back and open. Hips are trying to slide through the wrists. And then exhale, tuck the chin, engage the core, make it back to downward facing dog. Good job. Okay, from here, you're going to take the right foot, cross it over the left. So you're in a little crisscross here. Roll your way forwards, find that high plank, but notice how the hips are kind of shifted with the cross in the feet. Exhale, return back to down dog. We're going to do 5 more like that. You should feel your obliques kind of firing up here. Exhale, come forwards for 1. Return. Exhale, 2. Return. This is 3. 4, and 5. Awesome. Take that right knee to the nose, and then move your way forwards. Find a low lunge. We're going to hook the thumbs, open the chest. Try to keep the knee over the ankle. Don't worry too much if it's a little in front. New research says that that's not as big of a deal as we used to make it. From here, let's take the hands, interlace them behind the back. You're gonna find a slight back arch here. So you're just sliding the thumbs down the back of the left leg. Pressing into that right heel, that's gonna activate the glute. Try not to crunch the neck here. Then engage the core. You're gonna work your way back into a half split, but keep those hands interlaced behind the back. See if you can keep the legs squeezing towards one another. And then what you're thinking about here is engaging the inner thighs so that you're balanced. So if you're wobbling a little bit, that's okay. This is as much for stability as it is for lengthening that right hamstring. Obviously, you can put your hands down if this is crazy difficult for you, and you can also bend that right knee a little bit. Release the hands, roll your way back forwards, pop the back toes under, rise into a lunge. Keep the hands on the floor for just a sec. Lengthen out through the crown of the head, and then take the left bicep by the left ear, right bicep by the right ear. Pull the right hip crease back. Stay in this lunge, engage the core. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Step the left foot forwards, come into chair pose. So feet are together for this particular chair pose. Hands come down to heart center now. Take the left elbow outside of the left knee. So you're twisting towards the right. Pressing the palms towards the center of the chest. Option to extend the arms here if you would like. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly peel the left toes off the floor. Pull that left heel towards the glute, and then take it back. Find yourself in a revolve lunge. Arms can be straight if you like. Hands come down to frame the foot. Drop the back knee one more time. Hook the thumbs, open the chest. See if you can get more of a back bend this time. We are progressing towards dancer pose, so we do need to open up the back a little bit, open up that hip flexor, and work on some balance. From here, hands come down to frame the foot. Lower down, we'll take knees, chest, chin this time. Inhale, roll into cobra. So baby cobra here, I should have specified. Keep pulling those shoulders away from the ears. Tuck the chin. Let the breath normalize, stabilize. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the chest. Tuck the toes under, press back up, high plank. Downward facing dog, good job. From here, left foot is gonna come in front of the right. Exhale, roll your way forwards, high plank. And then return back to your down dog with the feet crossed. Exhale, come forwards for 5. Return. This is 4. Staying with the breath. This is 3. Take it back. 2. If I'm going too fast, just do it at your own pace. Last one. Great. From here, nose to knee. Left knee to the nose. Take it forwards. Low lunge. Hook the thumbs, open the chest. Once again, pressing into that left heel. Shoulders pull away from the ears. Big opening through the chest. When you're ready, we interlace the thumbs behind the back, or fingers rather. Slide the thumbs down the back leg. Open the heart here. When you're ready, begin to shift your way back into that half split. You can keep the hands interlaced behind the back. However, this is a pretty tricky variation of this pose. So if it's not coming to you, do not worry. This is not a requirement to do this yoga class. You're doing great. And if you're falling out, that's fine. I'm totally wobbling a bunch here, so. Okay, release the hands. Crawl your way back forwards. Tuck the back toes under. Rise into that lunge. We're going to stay here for just a sec. And then when you're ready, take the right bicep by the right ear. Left bicep by the left ear. Pull the left hip crease back. So you want even hips here. And then when you're ready, you're going to hop that right foot forwards. Find your chair pose. Keep sinking the hips down low, but hips are lower than the heart here. Hands come to heart center, twist to your left. Pull that right knee back. Make sure it's in line with the left. When you're ready, extend the arms or keep them bent. Once again, not a requirement, just an option. Keep the breath normal. And then when you're ready, start to peel those right toes off the floor. Extend them back. Find your lunge. You can take that as slow or as quickly as you would like. Gaze can go up to the top arm if you want more of a challenge. When you're ready, hands come down to frame the foot. Drop the back knee, hook the thumbs, open the chest. More of a back arch here if you would like. Hands come down to frame the foot. Step it back, lower down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Curl the toes under, take it back, high plank. Downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to take 4 breaths here. Take what you need. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up nice and high. Exhale, bend the top knee. You can open the hips. Do your best to keep the shoulders even though, so don't dump into that left shoulder. Gaze goes under your left shoulder now. Then you're going to take your gaze over to the right. Over to the left. Over to the right. From here, straighten that top knee back up and then pull forwards nose to knee. You're going to drop that foot in between the hands and then float the back toes up. So you're beginning to straighten the front leg. We're coming into a standing split. Don't let the word split get in your head. The great difference between dance and yoga is that in yoga, we literally don't care what you look like at all. We just want you to feel good. You can take that right hand to the back of the calf, if you would like. Once again, just an option, not a requirement. And then keep dropping the crown of the head down towards the floor. If you feel inspired, you can take a headstand or a handstand here. So just pressing into the hands and then floating up or kicking up. If you don't feel inspired, do not worry. Extend those left toes back. You're going to take this right foot and just knock it over. So we're coming into pigeon. You want that right knee on the outside of the right shoulder. This left foot can be parallel with the top of the mat. It doesn't have to be. It can be bent in further. So inhale here, open the chest. You can even crawl your fingers back a little bit. And then as you exhale, see if you can sort of allow the nervous system to start to calm here. If you can create a little bit more space in the body. And in the thoughts. And from here, hands are going to crawl back forwards. And I want you to just take a second, maybe take a little wiggle if you need one. And then we're going to play with the idea of bending the back leg. So if it's out of reach, you can grab a sock. You can grab a blanket, a belt, a yoga strap if you have one. And just begin to kind of make a little hook for that back foot. Now, if you don't need one, just begin to bend it and use that left arm to catch the back toe. This is the position we're looking for in dancer pose or something of the sort. Then you can begin to crawl that foot in. And you can even see if you can hook it on the elbow. So getting kind of the toes in your little elbow crease, and then the right arm can reach behind the head for the left fingers. Once again, just an option, not a requirement. If you have a belt or a strap or something around that back foot as an extension cord, just keep pulling. Don't worry about it. Rome was not built in a day. You can't expect these crazy contortions from your body if you don't practice them. Keep your sense of humor, as we talked about. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Take this left leg, your back leg around. We're going to do half Lord of the Fishes pose. So you're just going to step that right foot on the outside of the left leg. I will turn so you can see. From here, you can take a bind if you would like, or you can take the right arm up and over. Use that elbow to press the knee out to the side, or finding a little twist. Or you can give this like a hug. It's a little gentler. Or if you would like a bind, you can take this right arm to the outside of the left leg, internally rotate, and then see if you can pop your hand through the space between your leg. Once again, you cannot expect these poses or these forms out of your body if you don't practice them. So try not to pass any judgment on yourself. Yoga is one of those things where you never really peak. There's always more to learn. There's always something to strive for. And not even necessarily in difficulty in a physical sense, but from a spiritual, philosophical perspective as well. Release. Let's take both our feet together in front of us. You're going to take your hands, interlace them. If you're an ex-dancer, you're going to hate this, and I'm sorry. So you're going to grab these toes. You're pulling up on the toes, so you're kind of interlaced around them. Then as you exhale, sink the chest back. You can pull your toes up a little bit, maybe a little sickling action, and then exhale, come forwards. Open through the chest. You can still pull up on the toes a little bit here. Exhale, sink back. Inhale, sink forwards. Exhale, back. Inhale forwards. Great. From here, we are going to cross the feet, shift your weight forwards, step it back into a high plank, lower down, take a vinyasa, so that's chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale back for downward facing dog. Good job. From here, take that left leg, inhale, lift it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, now you can open the hips, bend the top knee, look under the right armpit. Once again, don't dump into that right shoulder, keep the shoulders even. Exhale, look over to your left. Look over to the right. If it's bothering you to keep the shoulders even, I just want to remind you, it doesn't matter how high the leg gets because no one is looking at you. Look over to the right and the left. Great. From here, pull the nose towards the knee. Shift your weight forwards. Step the left foot behind the hands and then float the right toes up, standing split. You can use that left hand to pull the left leg towards the face. Once again, just an option, not a requirement. And then you can also play with a handstand here if you would like. Keep lifting from the sole of the foot. So we're going towards more of a parallel position with that back leg. If that means the leg drops, that means the leg drops. Do not fret. Take it back to a lunge. You're going to take that left foot, just flop it over, come into your pigeon. Once again, left knee outside of left shoulder. Front foot can be parallel with the top of the mat, does not have to be. And when you're ready, just begin to crawl those fingers back, open the chest. Let it feel good. Once again, seeing if you can lengthen your exhale here. Settle into the pose. And walk your hands back forwards. Engage the low belly as you do this so you're not dumping into the spine. And then when you're ready, grab your strap or extension cord of any sort and reach for that back foot. And once you're happy here, you can begin to work towards any other bind. So maybe trying to slide that foot into the elbow crease and taking the left hand up and around to join the right. Quick alignment cue here. See if you can get that right leg a little bit more behind you. So oftentimes as ex-dancers or current dancers, we'll let that leg kind of slide out to the side. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can see if you can grab the toe with the left hand and swing that right arm through. Keep breathing here. Beautiful. Release that back leg. Try not to let it slingshot. And then take the right leg, wrap it all the way around. Come into your half Lord of the Fishes pose. And see if you can sink both hips down onto the mat. You can either give this left leg a hug. Use your left elbow to open up the chest. Or you can internally rotate, so turn your thumb down on the left hand and see if you can pop it through a little window in your left leg. Right leg. Sorry, I'm all twisted up. I'm sure you are too. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Unwind. From here, you're going to come to face the top of the mat, bring the feet together, exhale, rock back, rock forwards. We'll take 2 more like this. On the third one, we're going to stand all the way up, so come into your chair. Keep your sense of humor. Beautiful. And once you make it to the top of the mat, make sure you have enough room, ground down through all 4 corners of the feet. Take the right knee into the chest. You can interlace the fingers around that right foot. Keep some energy, or right knee, sorry, not the foot. Keep some energy in the bottom foot, the toes. And find a gaze point, or a dristi, as we say in yoga. So you're looking at something that's not moving, typically about eye level, but oftentimes a little bit lower. You're going to take the left hand to the left hip. From here, you're going to take your 2 peace fingers, you're going to wrap them around the big toe. From here, begin to work that leg towards straight. Your version of straight. So straight does not, I'm really having trouble with my balance here. Straight does not make you any better at this pose. From here, take that leg out to the side. Gaze can go over your left shoulder. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to the middle. Every yogi's least favorite part of class. Take the right hand off the right leg. Maintain that right leg up nice and high. You can point the front foot if you would like. We're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Good job. Other side. Left knee comes into the chest. Interlace the fingers around that leg. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Left hand, left hip. Sorry, right hand, right hip. I am having a lot of trouble today. Hopefully you guys are following. Left 2 peace fingers go around that left big toe. I do not have time to refilm this, so hopefully you guys just listen to the mistakes and go, oh, she's human. And then when you're ready, take that left leg out to the side. You're going to take your gaze over the right shoulder, or leave it in the middle. If this is crazy hard for you, don't worry about changing your gaze. When you're ready, come back to the middle, nice and slow. When you feel strong, take those left fingers off the left toes. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, good job. You can take a quick shake if you need. Step onto that right foot, press down through the 4 corners of the foot. From here, take the left hand down. Your palm is facing away from you. You're gonna bend that left leg, and you're looking towards the inside, not looking towards, but your hand is looking for the inside of the left foot. And then from here, you're gonna kick into that hand. So you're kicking away from your body with your leg, sending the chest forwards. Right thumb and right pointer finger come together in a mudra. Keep kicking with that back leg. Reaching forwards with the front hand if you would like. You can continue to bow the chest here. And if you want more of a challenge, you can continue to drop that right hand all the way down to the floor, coming into your sugar cane pose. Lift up through the chest if you're here. If you are in your dancer, keep rocking it. Do not worry. One pose is not better than another. This one might actually be easier for balance purposes to have your hands on the floor. Release that back leg. Everyone meet in a forward fold. You can grab your elbows here. We're here for 3, for 2, and 1. Deep bend in the knees, roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, palms meet overhead, big stretch. Exhale, hands come down by your sides. Ground down through the left foot now. Right palm faces away from you. Left toes or foot, leg, Jesus Christ, bends. And then take the left thumb to the left pointer finger. Begin to kick away from the body here. Awesome. So long line of energy between the back toes and the front fingers. Yes. And then you can lean the chest forwards a little bit if you would like. Make your way down towards the mat, towards the floor. Working into a sugar cane pose. Careful you're not opening that right shoulder too much. So pulling it forwards will likely help you with your balance. Keep tucking that left hip underneath you. Don't let it fall out to the side. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Release, forward fold. Good job. Deep bend in the knees, come into your chair pose. And then exhale, sink the tail all the way down. Come onto your back knees, come into chest. You've done it, you've made it. You can take a quick rock from side to side. And then a happy baby. So grabbing the outer edges of the feet here, dropping the knees down. Finding that same breathing that we found in pigeon. So kind of lengthening the breath. Signaling to the nervous system that the work for now is done. From here, just let both your knees fall over to the left. You can take whichever alignment feels good for you. Today, I'm actually going to cross my left leg over my right. There are lots of options for you. Pick your favorite. And then when you're ready, come back through the middle. Switch sides. Try to do the same variation on both sides. But if it's not working out, don't make any judgments of yourself. We rarely use our bodies symmetrically, so we can't expect symmetry. And when you're ready, come onto your back. We're just going to take our feet to the outer edges of the mat. Make sure you're in the middle of your mat, and then let the knees fall in to the center. So in a kind of regular non-dancer yoga class, I would typically do this the opposite way. So I'd bring the soles of our feet together and knees apart. But for dancers, we spend so much time with external rotation. It's actually really, really important that we try internal rotation. So here we are, internally rotating. Try to keep your toes and knees at the same angle, but if you would like, you can try to walk the feet out a little bit and see how that feels. If the alarm bells are going off in your head, back it off a little bit. Just keeping this calm, kind of explorative nature about your approach. And check in with your fingertips on your hip bones and your ribs. Just see if you've equal distance on both sides, and if you don't, see if you can adjust so you do. And then when you're ready, just take those feet down towards the bottom of the mat. You might need a quick windshield wiper with the knees. And come to rest in your shavasana. So you can press into the back of the head, tuck the shoulders behind the back. You can press into the heels a little bit and scoop the low belly, lengthen out the low back. And then draw the awareness up to the crown of the head. And almost like an egg yolk cracking over your body. We're going to scan the entire body, but allow it to come into relaxation as we pass over each section. So coming over the scalp, over the forehead, releasing the tension between the eyebrows, coming over the temples, over the ears, the earlobes, relaxing the jaw, the inside of the mouth. Coming over the chin, down to your heart center. And coming out and over the collarbones, the shoulders, biceps, triceps, elbows, forearms, wrists, thumbs, pointer fingers, middle fingers, ring fingers, pinkies. Coming back up the arms to the shoulders. And then down over your chest, over the diaphragm, the rib cage, and the belly. Relaxing your core muscles, relaxing the belly. And as you continue to breathe, let the belly rise and fall. And come over the hips, over the glutes, the thighs, the hamstrings, backs of the knees, kneecaps, shin bones, calves, ankles, heels, soles of the feet, pads of the toes, the toes. When you're ready, introduce some movement into the fingers and toes. You can gently rock your head from side to side. Interlace the hands overhead, take a great big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, release all your tension. You can take one more like that if you'd like. Inhale. Exhale, release. Roll your way over onto your side. And then very gently come up into a cross-legged seated position. One last breath together. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. The highest in me bows to the highest in each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. See you soon. Hopefully everyone is feeling all relaxed and great after that practice. I'm Jodie Scarrow. I used to be a dance teacher for nearly 10 years, and now I teach yoga. So this dancer class was special to me, and I hope you liked it. If you want to see more like this, you can find me on Instagram at Escape Roots Yoga. You can subscribe here. You can drop me a comment, send me a message on Instagram, and I will get back to you. I love teaching yoga, and I can't wait to meet more of you and share my passion with the world. Talk soon.